How to set reminders in monday.com. Hello guys and welcome to this new tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can set up or create reminders for a certain date or certain tasks into monday.com. It is going to be very easy and very simple. We're going to head over monday.com. Then we're going to head over our account. As you can see, this is our dashboard. Now, we need to make sure that we have at least one workspace or active workspace. As you can see here, we have it. We're going to activate or add this reminder, and we can only add it into some specific cases or items. You can go ahead and have it on boards or on dashboards or on some specific, let's say here, items. I preferably add the boards. Why? Because we are going to have here some tasks or some items created. The tasks are going to be created as items. So, as you can see, here we have our board, and it is going to contain all the tasks that we have created for the individuals that are going to be working with those tasks. So this is going to be a whole project, and we're going to have some teams, assignees. You can name them as assignees. Status, we are going to have these type of columns like status, due dates, priority notes, and etc. Now, as you can see, if I am going to set up a reminder, it is going to be either related to the due dates, the priority, or, for example, a status changed. So, the all or the most of the people are going to set up reminders for the due dates because this is going to be something that is very needed. Now, how can we do that? It is going to be very simple. We're going to have two ways to do that. The reminders either are going to send up some notifications or you're going to have the reminders via email. So we're going to create an automation for that. And it is going to be very easy to create or automate something into monday.com. So we're going to head over your board. And as you can see, you're going to make sure that we have at least some due dates, priorities, status. So depending on those, we're going to have the notification set. So we're going to click on automate, and then we can have here some templates. If you're going to be a little bit lazy, you can go ahead and set up reminders. If you do not see them, we are going to type in notification. So they are going to be put as notifications. So as you can see, we have the basic ones. So we have, as you can see here, notifications through Microsoft Teams, Slack, Stripe, Zendesk, Zoom, and etc. So the basic ones are going to be when a status changes to something, notify someone. When date arrives, notify someone. So as you can see, these are going to be very sufficient. So I'm going to let you see here the steps that we are going to follow for this one, for the second one. This is going to be the most simple one. So as you can see, we have a trigger and we have the action. For this one, as you can see, we have the trigger, which is going to be the status or changement of the status, and also the trigger. So we are going to use this and we are going to see the path. So when date arrives, the action is notify someone. We can go ahead and have when, for example, date arrives at, I don't know here. We're going to put the 9 a.m. or 9:30. This is going to be the best part. You can go ahead and have, for example, one day before the dates arrive at, for example, here, the date of the due date, we're going to have it like this. Before the date, or we can go ahead and have the due date, timeline end, or you can add a new column. So basically, we're going to have the due date. When one day before the due date arrives, we are going to notify or put a reminder. Notify, for example, hey, item assignee, for example, this is it. Item name is marked as item status. And we're going to have the due date. So this is going to be something that we're going to create. So this is going to be good. Hey, for example, we can have the team item assignee. Where is the item assignee? So the owner, the item assignee, as you can see here. Basically, we do not have it in this board, so we can go ahead and have the item assignee or the person which is going to be the owner. So depending on the, as you can see in here, I'm going to exit that real quick. As you can see, I'm going to have this one as item or assignee. I'm going to have the assignee. Boom. Now we're going to head over the automation again, and we're going to create it from scratch. Or we can go ahead and head over the template. So we're going to have it right there. So normally we're going to see it. Changes, arrives, date arrives. This is it. So we're going to have it just like that. The date, one day before, like this. Boom. And we're going to have the date, due date, notify. As you can see, we have something. Hey, for example, assignee, we have this. For example, we have this one. So we are going to continue here the process. The full screen had me crazy a little bit. So we can have here, hey, for example, hey, like that. The assignee, I hope, for example, that you are doing, for example, doing well. We have a task that, let's say, that has the finish or the due date at, we're going to put this. Please have us informed if everything is okay, or, for example, or not. I'm going to have it just like that. Click on done. So someone, we're going to have the, as you can see, who to notify the team member, not the team member, but the specific, let's say here, the people, or the column of the assignee. So we are going to click on create automation, and boom, this is it. That was all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you soon on the next one.